Welcome to the Evolve Body Transformations Live Longer programming app. So I'll keep this as short and sweet as possible as I can for you guys, but I do need to get into the hows and whys just so you guys understand. First of all, that year in review tab up the top, don't worry about that. That's not usually there. That's just a cool little feature we've added for the end of the year so you can do a review and see what you've achieved for the year. And also that check-in day red tab only comes in on your check-in day, but we'll go over that shortly. First of all, I just want to make sure you know what you need to do daily. I'll keep it quite simple. So you just want to scroll down to the bottom, and usually there's not as many tabs as that, but because it's check-in day, there's a few more tabs. First and foremost, you want to go to upload body weight. Just here, add body weight. So you go in here, always weigh yourself fasted, of course. I think 99.7 kilograms this morning, so I'll save that. Don't worry about daily fluctuations too much. Just let me worry about that. Your body weight will fluctuate. It could be fluid. It could be due to the fact that you haven't been to the toilet yet. Just don't worry about it and don't let it stress you out. And it is important that we get this tracked daily due to the fact that I need to see what your average is for the week so I know how to adjust your programming accordingly. So that's done. I'll just jump out. Now, secondly, I want to go up here and track what my sleep was. So this tab in the middle here, that does your sleep. Add today's sleep. I got 8 hours and 10 minutes, which is a great sleep. Save that. Okay, that's done. So now I can just jump out and I don't have to worry about anything until I go train. What I want to do before I go train is the fill out readiness questionnaire. This one up the top under tasks assigned by coach. Go in here. These are all on a scale of 1 to 5, so you want to track that. How sore are you? I'm a little sore from training yesterday, so that's a 4. How stressed are you? I'm not stressed, so let's go not stressed here. Things are going well in life. How's your energy levels? My energy levels are high. How's your mood? I'm pretty happy today, so that's a 4. How did you sleep? I slept really well, 8 hours and 10 minutes, so that's a 5. Now go to hit submit. When you hit submit, it'll come up with your readiness average score there, and then you can go workout. That's why I said this needs to be filled out pre-workout, because it goes straight to your workout. All right, so I've got arms today. Now what I want to do is just tap my first exercise. So it's got A, B, C, D, E, F, G exercises there. Now you want to watch out for if there's a superset, it might say A1 and A2. Let's not worry about that for now. Let's just jump in to the first exercise, preacher curl machine. There's a tutorial video on each one of the exercises. You can have a look at that. Pin-loaded preacher curl machines with a pro mode. Let's not worry about that too much at the moment though. So I want to jump into my first set. My requirements are sets 1, reps 12. RPE hasn't been set for me, but for some of you guys on your programs, I'll set an RPE there as a guideline. If you don't have an RPE set there, what you want to do for your first 2 working sets is hit an RPE of around 8 or 9. So let's say I did my first set and I did say 20 kilos, for example. I managed to get to my 12 reps and that was an RPE of say 8.5. So I had 1 rep in reserve, potentially 2. I hit the tick button at the end here and it starts my rest timer down the bottom. It's going to count down 2 minutes, but we're not going to wait a whole 2 minutes because that'll drain the life out of you. So I'll go into my next set just as an example. So I'm going for the same weight again. I've had my 2 minutes rest, a little bit fatigued from the first set. Managed to get my 12 reps out again, a little bit harder this time around, and that was an RPE of 9, so I had 1 rep in reserve. Now I want you guys to go to failure on the last set of each exercise. So let's say I'm going for my 20 kilos again, a little bit more fatigued from the 2 sets previously. Managed to get to my 12 reps, and this time it was an RPE of 10 because I was a bit more fatigued, so that took me all the way to failure. Once you've done that, you wait for your rest to come down again. And then you'll go into your next exercise, which is down here. We've got the Vulcan grip tricep extension.
Take the Vulcan cable attachment for a test drive.
Let's not worry about that again. I've got a recommended guideline of 15 reps. So I'm going to choose my weight at, let's say, 35 kilos, for example. Managed to get my 15 reps out. That was quite exhausting. It took me all the way to failure. I overestimated myself, so that was an RPE of 10. Doesn't matter too much. I'll learn for next one. So I hit my rest, hit the red tick at the end there, have my 2 minutes rest, and then I go into my next set, which I'm going to drop the weight down because it was a little bit heavy the first set. I'm going to drop it down to 30 kilos because I want to keep it at about an RPE of 9. Managed to get my 15 reps out. That was an RPE of 9.5, a little bit harder than I expected, but all good. Now moving on to my next set, I'm just going to keep it at 30 because I know that it's going to take me to failure if I get to 15 reps. So I've had my 2 minutes rest and I've gone for my 15 reps, but I only managed to get 12 because my triceps were a bit cooked. So that was all the way to failure, and that was an RPE of 10. Hope that explains the training for you nice and quickly anyway. Because I'm just running a demo, I'm just going to swipe to mark all as complete, even though they weren't. And let's say I did finish the workout, for example, and it was quite a strenuous workout. It was an RPE of 9.5 because I took most exercises close to failure. Hit save. It's going to show that I've trained my triceps there. Now let's jump out and go into the nutrition. And now we'll go over the meal plan stuff. You'll notice you have your nutrition targets up the top here that are all on 0 at the moment because I haven't filled out any nutrition. So I will make you guys a diet plan, and that's where you'll go into your daily meal plan here, your meal plan. And as you have your meals, you can tick them off, all singularly if you want to. You can add a photo. If you want to add a photo, you just go to take photo. I would appreciate it if you guys for the first couple of weeks did take photos of the meals just so I can see that you're getting them in. Now, if you don't want to tick them all off singularly, you can just swipe to complete all of them, and you can still add your photo at the end there. And you'll see that, for example, I've swiped all of them across there, all ticked off. Not every single meal, but the nutrition targets have started to fill out. And once you get all your meals in, let me just mark them all off. That will complete your nutrition targets for the day there. Only other thing you need to do is come back at night time, track how many steps you did. Let's say I got 12,031 steps for the day. Save that. That adds the steps in there. We have the weekly totals there, and we have the monthly total also. And then we're going to go to daily accountability. I'll set these plans for you accordingly. This is my own personal plan, so set a non-negotiable wake-up alarm. It's got a description there. Yes, I did that. Set a non-negotiable bedtime alarm. I did that as well. Schedule daily walk, and I did it. It's done. 3 litres minimum daily water intake. Yep, got that done as well. Super important. Morning sunlight exposure. Got that done too on my morning walk. No phone for 30 minutes after waking. Yep, that's a good habit I've practiced every day now. Daily meal structure planning, always. Daily step target. Hit the step target too. Evening reflection. So this one's pretty important too. Just sit back, reflect on your day, and think about all the things that are good in your life. It sets your mind in a good place to get yourself a good night's sleep. And last but not least, morning and evening sports stack. Done. That's everything there. If you're ever wondering where your daily goals are, you go into this tab down here that says your goals. Jump in there. All right, so coach has set me 10,000 steps. I've achieved them most days. That tracks across the month as well. Coach has set me 8 hours sleep each night. I've got my 8 hours and 10 minutes. Cool. Some of the days were really crappy. That's because I used the integration on those days and it didn't track my sleep properly because I don't wear my watch to bed, which I'll go over in a second. And my body weight goal. We're trying to get down to 99 kilos. I'm at 99.7. I'm down 0.1 kilos since yesterday, which is great. Awesome. Now let's go over the app integration. Onto your profile. This is something you can do if you like, but I find that it doesn't track 100% accurately. Sometimes my steps, for some reason, say 20,000 and something when I've only done 14,000, and I don't know why it's doing that. So I prefer if you guys don't use the integration, but you can if you like to. The reason I say don't do it is because we want to create good habits. Filling out this data, starting your day off, tracking in your fasted body weight is already one box ticked on the self-report checklist, which helps build confidence over time. Now, onto the watch integration. In here, you can integrate your apps. So I've got Chronometer connected because I might want to track my nutrition through there on days that I'm a little bit more flexible. And I've got my Apple Health connected as well. Now, I don't have everything connected here because I wanted to be able to punch that in manually to show you guys how to do it. But if I wanted to, I could put my daily step count on and my daily sleep on. I always have my HRV on because I want that tracked. Well, I'm also getting some other stuff built into the app soon, which has things like your daily water. You can mark in how much you had for the day, your average resting heart rate, your rate of fatigue. So there will be a daily check-in list added shortly. I'm just waiting for the app developer to get it together for me. But for now, we're just going to work with what we've got. And if you're watching this video and it's already been added, we don't need to wait for anything. So that's the app integrations anyway. You're more than welcome to use it, but I would say just track things manually to start ticking the self-report boxes. Now, last but not least, we're going to go over daily check-ins. So this will come through once a week, this red tab up here. My daily weight's in there, yep, go to next. Don't stress yourself out over the numbers if it looks like it says 30 like my protein does, because if I tap on there, it actually says 309. It just doesn't fit in the box for some reason. Then you go to next. Reasons for poor sleep, if any. If you've had poor sleep, put your reason in there. If you haven't, you can just put nil. New medications, if any. If you've got any new medications, obviously track them in there. Otherwise, just put nil. Any bowel movement issues, obviously if you've had bowel movement issues, punch them in there. Otherwise, just write no. What went well this week? Think of something that went well this week. My sleep went well this week, so let's put sleep in there. What could have been done better this week? I think I had a day where I slipped up on nutrition, so I could have done my diet better this week. Did you get all your fruit and veg in? Yes, aside from one day where I slipped up on the nutrition. Did you exchange any calories for alcohol? Nope, I don't drink, so that's a solid no. Do you have any new injuries? If you've got any new injuries, obviously put them in there, but I don't, so no. Was there anything that caused an increase in life stress this week? If there's anything that caused stress, just say yes, but I didn't, so I'm just going to say no. If anything you feel of significant importance you'd like to mention to coach, please fill in here in bullet point format. So what could I say? Slipped up on diet. Oops, slipped up on diet. Won't happen again. What else? I think I missed a day of training. Missed one day of training. Will do my best to get all done this week. That's all I can think of, so I'm going to submit. And that will get pushed through to me so I can do your weekly check-in via Loom video, and I'll send that through to you. The only other thing we need to worry about is the widgets. On your toolbar along the bottom there, hit the widgets. You've got your supplements list here. Tap the supplements list. Zoom in, have a look. Apologies, it's so small. So the stuff in the grey you don't have to get because all of those ingredients are in the Elite Flex Morning Sports Stack and the Elite Flex Evening Sports Stack. Now in total, just going by memory, I think all the stuff in the grey for a decent quality costs around $440. Whereas the Elite Flex stacks have got much higher quality because there's no fillers or binders, it's all in capsule form, and they only cost around $80 each with your discount link. So the only thing you really need to get is the stuff in the white up there, so the fish oils. You want the Bioceuticals behind the counter brand because it's much higher in quality. It's fished in Alaskan waters. It's not fished in a shitty fish farm where the fish are swimming around eating their own shit, because that doesn't produce a very good quality fish oil, as you can imagine. And that's at 4,500 milligrams, which is 3 capsules because they're 1,500 milligrams each. So you've got your measurements there, you've got your units there, and you've got when to take it as well. So fish oils would be in the morning, or you can split them with meals. It's completely up to you. Your morning sports stack, which obviously is in the morning. You've got your evening, which is with your final meal. Glutamine, 1 serve upon waking, because that's great for gut health. Good to line your stomach first thing in the morning. And you've got your creatine and monohydrate. Now that says 5 to 10 grams, because for females, I want you to take 5, and for males, I want you guys to take 10 grams. And that's to have pre or intra workout. Jumping back out into the widgets, you've got your Elite Flex Supplements tab here as well. I'll tap on that. Now this has got an automatic 10% discount link on it already. So any of my clients who have signed up with me for one-on-one coaching are entitled to the 10% discount. So hit that tab and get your subs through there. That's inclusive of the morning sports stack, the evening sports stack, and the WPI protein. We don't need to worry too much about the other widgets just yet. There is a macro calculator, a daily habit building tab, client experience optimization, and your exclusive onboarding forms there. Coaching and support call bookings are there. So for you guys who are silver or gold members, If you wanted to do a call, you'd hit the coaching support call bookings tab there. Any of you guys who are platinum, you get your free weekly call, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. And your blood work request document is there as well. There's another daily habit building tab there as well. Don't worry about it. I'll go over all that on the full app tutorial. And your 28-day kickstart program's there also, which is free to any of you guys who have signed up for one-on-one coaching too. So you just hit that 28-day kickstart program tab there, then you hit the tab again and it will go into a screen that may ask you for permission. So it will send me an email and I'll just give you permission for free access to the 28-day kickstart program. It's got a whole heap of cool educational guidance and information on there, so I highly recommend you take a look at it. About the supplements and their benefits too. And last but definitely not least, the full app tutorial. So in the full app tutorial, there's a tab there which you would hit, and it's got a full app tutorial in detail about absolutely everything on the app. So the reason I made that one as well is because I don't want you guys to take forever to get through this one. I just want you guys to get started with your coaching, and later when you get time you can go into the full app benefits tutorial. Now for the one-on-one 24-hour support, you can hit the message tab up in the right corner. You go into your message. Just don't mind that last message. I was just playing around having a look at messages, but you can write, hey coach, write your messages through here. Hey coach, XYZ. Whatever you want to write to me, hit send, and I'll get back to you within a 24-hour time span. Usually it's only about 5 because I do check this 2 to 3 times a day, but I just say 24 hours to be on the safe side. We now have a new update to the app, so we can also track water. So hit the water option and then track how much water you paid for the day. We also have a free SUPS referral awards program for all referrals upon sign up. So make sure you let us know if you refer to clients so you can claim your free SUPS. Let's go.